Hey everybody, I have done this video, I can't tell you how many times. This is like my 15th take, so I sure hope I get it right this time. But I want to thank you guys so much. All of us here at the Generation Eve team want to thank you for reading our posts and watching our vlogs. And we want you to be a part of our Generation Eve family. And you can do this by going to generationeve.com to the contact page and subscribe to receive our emails. Also, we would so love it if you would support us by following us on Facebook, by sharing about us on Facebook, and also if you could follow us on Twitter and Instagram. It would so encourage all of us at Generation Eve, and we would so appreciate your support. So, hey, I just want to share with you from my new book, Life Giving Leadership, A Woman's Toolbox for Leading, out of the chapter called Life Giving Leaders, Drink from the Living Water. So about 7 years ago, I was really super busy, like many of you. And I was taking care of my parents that I had just moved them into an assisted living facility, and I was their primary caregiver. I was taking care of two of my children. They were teenagers at the time with very full lives. I was working at a girls' school as a therapist. I had private practice, and I was beginning my writing career. Plus, I was volunteering leading small groups at the church where I serve. And my plate was so full that I got burned out, physically, emotionally, and spiritually burned out. I was a classic Martha. I had an Energizer bunny. I was just like an Energizer bunny. I can keep on going and keep on going, which, you know, that can be a good thing, but that can also really work against you, and it certainly did for me. So I just hit a wall, and it really affected me physically. And so I had to really learn how to be a Martha. I had to learn how to slow down. I had to learn how to rest my soul in the Lord and drink from the living water so that I could really pace out the race and not burn out. So I want to share with you just a few of the strategies that are in my book that can help you learn how to run your race and not get burned out. And the very first thing, it's obvious to us, but we don't often do it. I know I didn't do it, and I had to learn to do it, was I had to learn to honor the Sabbath. I mean, if our Heavenly Father is telling us, commanding us to take a Sabbath, if He, after working 6 days, rested, then certainly I do. Certainly you do. And so to take a Sabbath, I had to learn how to really unplug from everything, emails, the cell phone, whatever it was that was keeping my brain engaged and keeping me going. Anything that hindered me from really unplugging, I had to learn how to step away from and rest. Rest and spend time in His presence, worshiping, drinking that living water so that I could be refreshed and go on the rest of the week. I also had to learn how to schedule margin into my calendar. So here's an example. If I have meetings all day, I make sure I schedule time in that day for lunch or a break time between evening meetings and the daytime meetings, or if it's a busy week, making sure I schedule time during the week where I can have some downtime. And one of the last things I want to share with you is I had to practice just being. One of my friends says, we're not human doings, we're human beings. And so I have a special place at the end of my neighborhood where I can go and just sit on a bench, look out at this pond that we have, watch the sunset or watch the sunrise, listen to some music, and just be. So I hope some of these tips have helped you. There are certainly more of them in the chapter, but I just appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching this vlog from Generation Eve, and we will certainly be back with you with a new blog post or vlog next week.